Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I am talking Christmas layouts. If you're new here, I do scrapbook layouts for certain family members each year and just add a couple of pages to their books. Everybody has a 3-ring D-ring album, and so they could just add the pages in the back of the book. It's something that they have commented on that they really enjoy. So I did not actually even do Christmas layouts last year. We were so stressed. We had a lot going on with the house situation, and that is all resolved. Now we've really had room to breathe. These last few months, it was just a really stressful year for us. So I sent photos in lieu of doing scrapbook pages this last year for my family layouts. I had a little bit extra task this year to make up for 2017 and also capture 2018 for them in these pictures, in these layouts, and I really wanted to change it up. This is something I talked about in 2016 when I was doing the layouts. I got way overwhelmed with doing the physical layouts, and I said I wanted to go digital for the next year. And so I am using the Project Life app. It's by Becky Higgins. It is the Project Life brand, and I'm making digital layouts. I want to take you guys into the app with me and show you guys what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and jump in. So this is the Project Life app on my phone. I do have an iPhone, so I'm not sure if this one is in Android or if it's as capable if it does have an Android app as well, but I do have the iPhone app. It is just the Becky Higgins Project Life app. The app itself is free, but it does have a lot of add-ins, paid things that you can purchase if you want to do more customized layouts or add Project Life cards in. You can add those things in as you go. I have purchased about $10 worth of stuff in order to get this project going. And so looking here, you have your library. I don't remember this last time, but you have this collage prints. It gives you different layout options for 4x6s. And it just shows you all these different collage prints, which I think is great. I do actually use another app for my collage prints called PicFrame, but I like that you can just incorporate it in right here. And so I always just start my project here, and this is what it looks like when you're first opening the app. This is just the default layout. If you click up here, you can get to other options, and you get some options up at the top, which I figured out and I really like. So you guys know I do not like rounded corners at all, and so when I was making these pages, I was like, I'll never use this app for myself, just for these layouts that I'm sending to people, because I don't like those rounded corners. Well, I figured out if you press that button, you get square corners. So that was a game changer for me. I love that they give you that option, and so now I can use it for my everyday use as well. So you get the round corners default, you press that button, you can get the square corners if you want. Up here, you can change your border color if you want to have different colored borders. I always just tend to stick to the white because I really like the crisp white look. You also get the option of changing the colors that you can choose from. So let's say I'm using this kit here. It's called the Charming Edition. If I wanted the borders to match the journaling cards, I can pick one of the colors that's straight from that journaling cards pack. So going back, I still want that white. So I'm going to go back to the original one I was on. And then down here, you get your options for your layout. So these are going to be your pictures and your journaling card sections, and you can change whatever layout that you want to use. And so here they give you only a few options to choose from. I have purchased 2 other additional layout packages. You don't purchase just one specific layout, you purchase like a big set of them. So I'll show you guys. I did end up purchasing these ones, namely because I wanted, oh, my washer's done, you can hear it beeping. I mainly wanted a couple of layout designs. One of them was this. I ended up using one of these kinds right here with the bigger picture on the side. I also ended up purchasing another pack because I wanted these options as well. So I have the bigger pictures separately and then the littler journaling cards or smaller pictures separately. So here you go. It gives you the extra layout pack. So this is pack 1, and it'll give you all those designs. So that's a pretty good deal for the extra layouts. So they are 99 cents. You get 10 different layouts, and you can buy it or say maybe later. There are various packs of these, so you get 10 different layouts. And they also have the 6x8 options as well, which I think people will really like. There's some more of the 6x8 designs. So if you're into the 6x8 designs, you also have those options as well. I think default, you can save this 8x8, 10x10, or 12x12 as far as the square layouts goes. And then if you hit the X up at the top, you get back to your picture. And this is where you can add in everything that you want. So you get the option of adding in a photo or a journaling card. And so it gives you the options and it just kind of picks one of the sections. I have purchased a lot of these. Some of these were free, but they give you tons and tons and tons of more options. Pretty much every card pack, you can see I'm scrolling pretty fast. Pretty much every card pack that has ever been produced by Becky Higgins Project Life is in here. So if you really liked an old collection and it's retired, you can get it digitally, which is awesome. So I just love that you get all those options. They do have photo overlay options as well. And so you're clicked into that card, you can just pick a card. And I purchased a different pack where I can add journaling to any card in any spot. And I think that actually was like a $3 or $4 or $5 thing that you had to purchase in order to be able to write on any card. Going back, some cards actually are made to be journaling cards. So they'll have this journaling cards section. You get that one and it gives you this space exactly where you write. So it'll just highlight where you write. If you want to write on any of the cards that are not in this journaling card section, like Bookworm, if I wanted to add text to this one, you have to purchase that extra pack. So that's something to note. If you're really wanting to make notes on some of these other decorative cards and you don't want to do a full journaling card section, you can just purchase that add-on. You also have this button that you can rotate the card around in case you want it to be a different orientation. And you also have your option for photos. Let's see, recently added photos. So as far as photos, you can pick whatever photos you have in your photo albums on your phone. And so with this, you can also have the ability to write wherever with that add-on thing, which I love writing on the photos. You guys know that. And so it gives you a lot of controls for the writing as well. You can choose color. You can choose the size by scrolling up and down. You can also change the size and the orientation by using the little dot in the corner. And you can also get rid of it with the X, obviously. And then fonts, and you have lots of choices with the fonts, and you can also choose more choices. And one of the things I will probably purchase is install my own fonts because I have a ton of fonts on my computer. I could just add them into here. But that one is a larger charge, $4.99. If you want one of their fonts that are already on here, they're 99 cents a piece, which I feel like is a little bit steep, especially when you can just add your own in. A lot of places have fonts. You can also change the line spacing if you're doing lots of text, you want them closer together or further apart. Obviously, it's not going to change anything here because I just have one line. And you can also change the justification. So you get a lot of options. You also have some basic photo editing options as well. And again, you can write anywhere on the photo and then you can change it out. You can definitely bounce around. If you tap around, you can bounce to the next things that you want to go to. If you're on this layout, you can move things around. If you decide you want to rearrange things, so whatever is actually in the next block, let's say just that design for design purposes here. So if I want to swap these out, they'll just swap places, which is also a really great feature to have. This is an undo button or a redo button if you decide you want to go back. You can export these, share them on social sites, and you get options for those sizes, 12 by 12, 10 by 10, 8 by 8, and then an editable backup. So going back, if you hit this, it will save your page. And then it's saved down here into this library. So I have my pages that I have completed here. This one is in progress. It knows because there's lots of spaces left. I also worked on a collage photo card print also. So I'll show you guys that in a second. That's another cool thing you can do with this. And so going into this, I have a 2-page spread for 2017 where I basically just grabbed a photo or two from each month and put it on here. So there's side 1. And then there is side 2, and it goes through November on here. And then I have a Christmas layout. I always really like to do the Christmas layout because it tends to be a time we get actual pictures done and the neighbor's doing yard work. So I apologize for that. We usually do a Christmas layout because it's just a really cute, fun time of year, especially when they're young. It's a really magical time. So for 2017, I have 3 layouts for them. The full year and then the Christmas layout. And then for 2018, this is going to be like more of what I do, a few pages for each year. So this is the beginning of the year here. And I did put the months on things or little journaling sections on things. So there's just the first part of the year. And then we also went on vacation with family, saw family members who will get these layouts. And so I wanted to really incorporate a lot of the family photos from our vacation. And so I've got a lot of photos in here for that. And one thing I really liked about this is Papa. We took some photos of Olivia as a baby sitting on his lap in the exact same spot as we took this year. So we had her sitting in his lap, and I love the photos right next to each other. Her as a baby in his lap, and then her as a little big girl a couple of years later. So that's just a really sweet set of photos that I love being able to put in here. It's just a great, bigger event, so I had a full page dedicated to that vacation. And then here is the layout for the end of the year, and this one is still in progress. I'm gonna have one of her Halloween photos on here and maybe setting up the Christmas tree photo on here. Since I'm gonna try to get these done really early, I'm not sure I'm gonna have my Santa photos on here. I've got to see when we can go see Santa, and then I'll do a separate Christmas layout a little bit early to have it sent to them. Or for the following year, I will add the Christmas layout to the following year. It really depends on when we can go see Santa and get some fun photos of Olivia. So this one is still in progress. I haven't added any text or anything to this one. I have checked places like Costco, Walgreens Photo, Snapfish, Shutterfly, all the places that I would normally have printing things. And the cheapest I found is actually through the app. If you're printing 12 by 12s, they're like $3.99 and $4.99 from some of these other places. And through the app, they are $1.99, which I think is a great price. I was surprised that they had a lower price. I thought for sure I'd find a lower price somewhere else. They have the best price, and it's done through Persnickety Prints, which is supposed to be really high rated for their print quality. I did end up doing a separate photo spread of Halloween because Olivia just loved her costume, and I got some really good photos of her playing around in her costume. I did some journaling to match the parts of her costume that have the little blue on it, and I really love the way that this layout ended up. I'm going to be ordering my prints through Persnickety Prints. I will do a review of that later on. I just really wanted to share this with you guys early because I wanted to be able to show you guys this as an option if you are interested in doing layouts for people. It's just such a great way. So I can have each of these printed 5 times, and it makes the gifts pretty much done. And obviously there's no embellishing on here. This is just really a bare bones digital layout, but it's a great way to keep track of the journaling and the photos that you want to get done. So I'm thinking in the future I may incorporate more of this style and just have the pages printed, so most of it's already done for me, and then I can just embellish. So I do plan on going back to all these family layouts and adding embellishments. I have tons and tons of stuff in my room that I can use to add to these, but that's quick. I've got the titles, I've got the journaling, I've got the photos arranged, I've got all of the things already done. And all I have to do is go back and embellish a little bit and finish those layouts up. So it's just a quick and easy way for me to get 5 layouts done. I just really love the system, and so I'm going to be trying to incorporate it more and just simplifying my scrapbooking a little bit more. I've worked towards getting a little bit simpler with everything that I'm doing as far as scrapbooking, because the most important thing to me now is just getting the pictures printed and getting them journaled, and everything else is just extra. And so here is a little thing that I made. They do have this little greeting cards section. Let's see if I can go back. They have this up here. You can do some greeting cards. They also have some Christmas ones, and it's really cute. You could just add a picture to it. I obviously don't have any Christmas photos. There you go. Cat in the Hat for Christmas. But I thought that was really cool. But I love that you can make folders and organize things if you want to. And it's just something that they have really improved over time. So me trying out when it first came out versus me trying it out now, years later, is just a world of difference. And it is something that I see as really valuable. Whereas before I was like, oh, this is kind of iffy and I didn't really love it. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at my layouts. I am actually really stoked about doing the digital layouts, and I think I'm going to do more of this in the future. It just simplified a lot of the process for me, and I didn't realize how good the app has gotten. And I think from a price standpoint, it may be cheaper in the long run to do it that way versus doing the traditional Project Life pages, how I've been doing them with basically 6 photos. That's something I'm definitely going to calculate and figure out to see which one is the better choice for me. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to follow me along, and I will catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.